watching now showing I'm Atika Farki. Welcome to a new world that is brought together by internet, that is taken care of by loving, caring and concerned citizens, and that is made more beautiful by some really nice, thought-provocative movies. I hope to make the next 30 minutes worthwhile for you, so let's take you on a journey of films. Here are the headlines. Neena Gupta is the only reason to watch Kashfi Nair's Sardar Ka Grandson. A freewheeling chat with actors Amit Sial and Tumbar and Ship of Thesis fame Soham Shah. Amit Trivedi talks about composing for Anurag Kashyap's Next and his music label. And director Abhay Chopra talks about directing Ranbir Kapoor for a short film Karma way back in college. So let's begin the show with the review of Sardar Ka Grandson. Well, directed by Kashfi Nair, this movie is based loosely on a documentary made by Al Jazeera where an Indian man, takes a journey back to Pakistan 70 years after partition. Why? Just to revisit his home left during the time of partition.
तू मेरे को लाहौर ले जाएगी।
ओ यार ऐसा है क्या लाहौर में?
Here they tweaked it as a grandson who desperately wanted to fulfill his grandmother's wish, lovingly called Sardar, of seeing her ancestral house in Lahore before she breathes her last. What a delicious subject, isn't it? On paper, it would have been a screenplay to jump at. It's imaginative, idealistic, romantic, and makes one enjoy the ideas of love, peace, and care for your neighbor. Some of the scenes between Neena Gupta and Arjun are heartwarming, especially the climax. If Neena ji could have been given no prosthetics at all, she would be more convincing as aging Sardar.
बधाइयाँ जी बधाइयाँ।
Arjun Kapoor's role is that of a failed and an irresponsible lover, but a doting grandson. At his job as a mover and packers company in America, he failed. But in real life, at his zest for getting the 70-year-old tattered house in Lahore to be lifted, transported to Amritsar, he succeeds. The people of Pakistan are shown as warm, welcoming and very cooperative. And to balance it, a few in the administration, as always, are shown as shrewd, holding grudges. Rakul is well cast as a smart professional who flies from Los Angeles to be with Amrique in Lahore just at the right time. But the entire unpreparedness of the creative team in building up the whole research and process of doing a mammoth job such as this in coordination with the authorities clearly showed through. It looked childish and half-baked. My heart goes out to director Kashfi Nair for attempting such a subject without using the crutches of flaring egos and tempers and revenge stories. She has a right mind and a mature outlook like that in the documentary. Yet the craft of emotion, subtlety and nuances that was needed for this to be something as evocative as Bajrangi Bhaijaan was a miss. But I think the team deserves an applause for attempting this subject and the sweetness of the treatment. So what is good? If you can overlook the nuances required for an impactful filmmaking and you can just go with the flow and enjoy a creative story, a different story, then you might be happy.
कितने डॉक्टर थे?
What is wrong is the ability of the movie to bring you to that moment you want to laugh or cry out loud at, but for lack of intensity go back to being a stoic viewer. Sardar Ka Grandson is for die-hard Neena Gupta fans.
किस का नाम डालोगे आप अपनी वसीयत में?
And now let me recommend a film for you for the weekend. The film stars Syrian refugee child actor Zain Al-Rafeh as a 12-year-old living in the slums of Beirut. Emotionally scarred and hardened by life on the Beirut streets, this boy sues his negligent parents for bringing him into a life of misery. The film is told in flashback format, focusing on Zain's life, including his encounter with an Ethiopian immigrant Rahil and her infant son Yunus, and leading up to his attempt to sue his parents for child neglect. Kafarnaum, loosely translated, means chaos. The images of Yunus, the 1.5-year-old boy, with Zain in the pitiless streets are deeply affecting. Visions of innocence and fragility, and yet a tough will for survival on the merciless streets. Although Nadine Labaki is herself an actress, She restricted herself just to a small role, and the entire team shot more than 500 hours of footage and rushes, which took them more than 1.5 years to cut them down into 2 hours of this film. The film debuted at the 2018 Cannes Film Festival, where it was selected to compete for the Palme d'Or and won the jury prize. It was also nominated for the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film at the 91st Academy Awards. Kafarnaum is the highest grossing Arabic film and the highest grossing Middle Eastern film of all time. We must ask each other this question that was put to Zain time and again. Where are your papers? Kafarnaum is not just a cry from the heart. It is an angry shout to the global community.
شو بدك من أهلك؟
ما بقى بدي إياهم يخلفوا.
Many years ago, when I was preparing for CAT, I had put this couplet, written it down on a neon-colored poster, and the couplet was like this: राहे जुनून शौक में बढ़ने की देर है, मंजिल जगह जगह न बना लूं तो बात क्या. Well, in any tough circumstances, you do need a lot of motivation just to sail through. और कई लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो अपनी कश्ती भी जला चुके होते हैं, so they have no other option. I see two people following the same ideology. One is Soham Shah and the other is Amit Sial. Now, Soham Shah is the man behind Ship of Thesis, the national award-winning film, and another beautiful film called Tumbar. Amit Sial has been seen in many web series that you would have watched over the period of last 1.5 years during the lockdown. Both of them are talented and very hard working, and both of them star together in an upcoming web series on Bihar politics. So here is a tete-a-tete with them.
वही मैंने आपके बारे में जो पढ़ा, सो हम श्री गंगानगर से आप होकर बॉम्बे आए, बॉम्बे से आकर वापस चले गए, फिर वापस आए, बहुत सोचा आपने इस करियर के बारे में, उसमें बहुत समझदारी लगाई, और जब आपको लगा कि आप ये ट्रांजिशन कर सकते हैं तो आप इसमें, इसको कहते हैं ना, कश्ती जला दी. आपने लिटरली आके कश्ती जला दी. सो इस जुनून के बारे में, ये जो जुनून है जो रिश्ते तोड़ देता है, शादियां तोड़ देता है, घर बिकवा देता है, फिल्मों का जुनून, इसके बारे में बताइए.
दो बातें मेरा मानना है. एक तो जहां चाह वहीं राह, इस बात को मतलब कोई दो राय नहीं है कि आप मेहनत करो तो सब चीजें मिल सकती हैं. और सेकंड, मेरे पापा हमेशा ये कहते थे कि मेहनत के सामने कुछ नहीं दिखता है. तो ये जो दो बातें हैं कि मैं श्री गंगानगर से आता हूँ, एक छोटी सी जगह है, बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग सी लैंडस्केप है, राजस्थान पंजाब पाकिस्तान का बॉर्डर है, मतलब हमारे यहाँ से पाकिस्तान 15 किलोमीटर दूर है, पंजाब 15 किलोमीटर दूर है. वहाँ से आकर फिल्में बनाना और फिल्मों में काम करना 10 साल हो गए हैं. मैं खुद प्रोड्यूस करता हूँ और टचवुड 2 फिल्में मैंने प्रोड्यूस की हैं जिनको बहुत प्यार मिला है. ये बिल्कुल सही बात है कि मैं पहले बॉम्बे आया, और मैं सल्यूट करता हूँ उन लोगों को जो आ जाते हैं बॉम्बे और कहते हैं कि हम देख लेंगे कि मैं सड़क पर सो जाऊंगा या जैसे भी. मेरे अंदर वो करेज कभी भी नहीं था. कि मुझे हमेशा लगता था कि यार मेरे पास ब्रेड एंड बटर होना चाहिए, मेरे पास एक सेफ्टी नेट होना चाहिए. मैं बॉम्बे आया और मुझे यहाँ पर किसी ने बताया था एक एक्टिंग स्कूल के बारे में, तो मैं वो एक्टिंग स्कूल का पता लेकर वहाँ पहुँचा और मैंने मेरे भाई को कॉल कर दिया था कि यार इतने पैसे ट्रांसफ़र कर दो, मैं बॉम्बे में एक्टिंग स्कूल में ज्वाइन करने वाला हूँ. तो मैं वापस लौट रहा था, तो बॉम्बे इतना बड़ा शहर है ना कि आप ओवरवेल्म हो जाते हो, क्या रहोगे, कैसे करोगे. मतलब हमने वहाँ से ऐसे किस्से सुने होते हैं कि यार आपके बैग में कोई ड्रग्स डाल देगा, आपको पकड़ लेगा, आपको डर लगता है. और टचवुड मेरा स्ट्रगल, जैसे अमित का स्ट्रगल अलग स्ट्रगल, एक दिन हम बात कर रहे थे, दूसरे को समझने की कोशिश कर रहे थे.
मैं तो MBA करा, फिर मैंने कुछ नौकरी वोकरी करी, फिर मुझे वहां से निकाल दिया गया देश से. फिर मैं वापस आ गया. 2001 में वापस आ गया था ऑस्ट्रेलिया से. 2003 में दिल्ली पहुंचा, तो वहां पे मुझे एक दोस्त मिल गया जो थिएटर के टाइम के साथ, तो अभी भी कर रहा था थिएटर. तो मुझे बड़ा एनवियस सा हुआ मैं, यार मैंने कहा यार ये है यार, ये फॉलो कर रहा है ना अभी ये अपना सपना नहीं छोड़ रहा है. तो वो कुछ कर रहा था, तो मैंने कहा यार मैं भी ये पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहता हूँ. तो उसने बोला हाँ कर ले. तो कुछ ऑडिशन हुआ, मैंने क्लियर कर लिया. फिर वो शुरू हो गया, वो भी नहीं हो पाया. तो फिर मुझे लगा कि यार अब मैं ना अपना नौकरी नहीं कर पाऊंगा, मुझे छोड़नी पड़ेगी नौकरी, क्योंकि मेरा मन नहीं लग रहा है. मतलब कर ठीक रहा हूँ मैं, लेकिन वो जो एक आना चाहिए ना कि यार इसमें कुछ करना है मुझे, वो सब नहीं हो पा रहा था। फिर नौकरी छोड़ दी मैंने, फिर मैंने एक टेक अवे खोल लिया बिकॉज आई एम फ्रॉम कानपुर, तो मेरा एक अवधी कुजीन का एक चस्का था, मुझे थोड़ी बहुत नॉलेज भी थी उसकी। तो मैं गया फिर जामा मस्जिद दिल्ली में, वहां पर एक दो दुकानें छाटी, एक चाचा मिले जिनके यहाँ मैं बिरयानी खाने जाता था अक्सर, वहां से कुक लाया एक, फिर वो सब खोला, वो भी ठीक ठाक चलने लग गया। फिर रणदीप हुड्डा का फोन आ गया कि मैं यहाँ पे वो फिल्म कर रहा हूँ और तू आजा, तेरे को एक रोल दिलवाता हूँ। फिर मैं बॉम्बे आ गया।
मुझे अमित की बात से ना वो याद है कि कैसे डेस्टिनी घूमती है ना, कि जैसे बता रहा कि रणदीप का कॉल आया, मैं ये कर रहा था। जब मुझे इस बात से याद आया कि जब मैं आया था ना, तो मुझे ये था कि जो मैं आपको बात कर रहा था कि 1 साल करूंगा चला जाऊंगा, तो मतलब मैं ये आइडिया के साथ आया था कि मुझे ना पंजाबी ये जो म्यूजिक एल्बम होते हैं ना, मुझे ये करना है। कि मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि शाहरुख खान मेरे अंदर छुपा हुआ है और मैं वो बनाऊंगा और लोग देख लेंगे कि यार ये नेक्स्ट शाहरुख खान है। तो मैं उस आइडिया के साथ आया था कि मुझे एक म्यूजिक वीडियो करना है, और मैं आकर यहाँ पे कोरियोग्राफर से मिला कि सर मुझे एक म्यूजिक वीडियो बना दो, थोड़े बहुत पैसे लगेंगे और मेरा शौक पूरा हो जाएगा। तो उन्होंने कहा बेटा ऐसे नहीं होता, पहले तुम जाओ कुछ एक्टिंग सीखो। तो उन्होंने फिर मुझे किसी एक्टिंग स्कूल भेजा, फिर वहां से मैंने क्या सीखा, लाइफ का क्या इंटरेस्टिंग जर्नी होता है ना, कि मेलबोर्न से आया, रणदीप का कॉल आया, ये वहां गया, मैं म्यूजिक वीडियो बना, मतलब हमारे यहाँ से कि पंजाब बहुत नजदीक है, यहाँ मतलब पंजाबी वीडियोस हम लोग बहुत देखते हैं। और आपको मतलब आज भी मुझे बहुत मजा आता है कि वखरा स्वैग चलता है ना, कि कितने जुत्ती और रमाने विच रोड दी जवानी चक्के कर दी वरंडा वाले टैग। इतना बड़ा दिल है, मैं बनाऊंगा एक दिन म्यूजिक वीडियो। मैंने बता लिया तीसरे शॉट तुम्बाड़, एक दिन मैं पंजाबी म्यूजिक बनाऊंगा हार्डकोर स्वैग वाला।
चलिए इसकी बात करते हैं, फिल्म की महारानी की बात करते हैं। सो लूजली क्या मतलब, इंटरनेट पे है बाकायदा है कि दिस इज अ कैरेक्टर बेस्ड ऑन लालू प्रसाद यादव, ex chief minister of Bihar, and the woman who's playing Maharani is Rabri Devi. ये जो बिहार की जो पृष्ठभूमि है, गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर ने अमर कर दिया था इस स्टेट को। उससे ज्यादा ऑथेंटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन बहुत कम देखने को मिला है। अदरवाइज सब वो हैकनी तरीके से बोलते हैं, जा रहे हैं आ रहे हैं, बहुत ही थोड़ा सा नकलीपन डाल देते हैं। हम भोजपुरी में भी देखते हैं, लोग अवध दिखाते हैं, लेकिन वो भोजपुरी कैरेक्टर्स भोजपुरी बोल रहे होते हैं। तो बहुत कम ऐसा हुआ है कि कहीं किसी स्टेट का रिप्रेजेंटेशन हो और बैंग ऑन ऑथेंटिक हो। सो क्या तैयारी की आपने? आई गेस आप क्या बिहार में जाके रहे, या कैसे आपने कोचिंग ली इसके लिए?
हमें मतलब प्रिपरेशन का बहुत टाइम मिला नहीं था। मैं ऑन बोर्ड आया, उसके बहुत जल्दी ये सीरीज शुरू होगी, पर लकीली सुभाष सर जो है बहुत अच्छी बिहारी बोल लेते हैं, मतलब बिहारी पंजाबी 6-7 भाषाएं बहुत अच्छे से बोल लेते हैं। और जो हमारे राइटर थे नंदन, वो बिहार से हैं, तो वो सेट पर रहते थे, तो उन लोगों ने हमें काफी गाइड किया। कैसा बनेगा, कितना ऑथेंटिक होगा, ये तो ऑडियंस देखेगी तब पता चलेगा, पर हमने जितनी कोशिश कर सकते थे उस टाइम में की है।
एक शेक्सपियरियन क्वालिटी है इसमें, एक तरीके का लहजा है बोलने का, एक तरीके की लैंग्वेज है। तो मैं थोड़ा थ्रो ऑफ हो गया था मैं, क्योंकि मैं तो जो भी कर रहा था वो उसमें मतलब फ्रेमवर्क के अंदर कर रहा था, कि मैं फ्रेमवर्क से बाहर नहीं जाऊंगा, बट मैं अपना इम्प्रोवाइज कर रहा था, ये कर रहा था। इसमें वो स्कोप नहीं है। इसमें क्या है कि एक सर्टन तरीका है बात करने का, एक पॉलिटिकोस का जैसे तरीका होता है, एक दूसरे को भांपने का, एक दूसरे के मजे लेने का, वो ज्यादा एविडेंटली भी नहीं दिखना चाहिए, कभी कभी दिखना चाहिए।
तैयारी के लिए ये था कि यार बहुत सारे पॉलिटिशियंस के वीडियोस देखे, बिहारी पॉलिटिशियंस के वीडियो देखे, लालू जी के वीडियोस देखे, नीतीश कुमार के वीडियोस देखे, तो उससे एक सुर पकड़ने में मदद मिली। यहाँ तक बात है कि ये ऐसा नहीं कि लालू प्रसाद पर से इंस्पायर्ड है या उस पर बेस्ड है, ये कुछ अलग है। आप देखोगे तो पता चलेगा। कई बार हम ब्रैकेट कर देते हैं ये चीज ऐसी है, पर ये है नहीं। सीरीज की सबसे खास बात है कि प्रिडिक्टेबल नहीं है। आप सोचोगे ये यहाँ जा रही है, ये कहीं और ही चली जाएगी।
So now we're heading for a short break on Now Showing. After the break, we have the music maestro, and that is Amit Trivedi, who gave us songs like London Thumakda and हवा के झोंके आज मौसमों से रूठ गए. Don't go away. After the short break, we'll meet up with Amit Trivedi. Welcome back. You're watching Now Showing. I'm Atika Farooqi. Now, Amit Trivedi, you listen to his songs all the time. He started his career with Amir, then Dev D, his National Award for Best Music Direction, then his films like Highway, Lutera, Urta Punjab, English Finglish, Secret Superstar, London Thumakda, of course, Queen, lots of movies, and you don't know how many songs composed by him are on your playlist. So here is a tete-a-tete with Amit Trivedi with my colleague Vishal Chatkara, where he talks about why he always wanted to have his own label and also from where does he get all these superstar tunes from. So, the super hit machine, Amit Trivedi, on the best of his work.
Amit, last year when the lockdown was announced, you also announced your music label, AT Azad. Was this something you always wanted to have, or was this an escape from the demand and dominance of music labels?
No, I always wanted to have this since the beginning of my career. All these years, I was like busy doing Bollywood stuff, film music. So, but then in 2018, 2018-19, that I decided, yeah, I have to do it. I have to do it. It's been there in my head since so many years now. I've not been able to do it. कब करूँ? So I thought कि यार कब करूँ क्या? अभी तो already 10 साल हो गया. So that's why in 2018, I think I decided. 19, I started. 2019, I kind of started work on it, and 2020 it got launched. Unfortunately, it got launched at the same time with the pandemic and all this. Since then, my label and pandemic both have come in at the same time for me. It's been a tough ride, tough journey.
And the first song you dropped on your label was Moti Verana, which is your mother creation. Why it took so long, and what were you waiting?
It was a very old song. It was 1987 she had made, 1987. You're talking about 33, 34 years ago. Since then, it's been there in my head. And now a song like this, which is Gujarati, which is regional in nature, which is devotional kind of a song, which is about a Lord Ambema. I can't think of using this song in any Hindi film. It's not possible. So it has to be an independent release. आनंद उत्सव ने गरबानी रमझट साथे लावी हे मोती वेराणा चौक मा आव्या अंबे मा चौक मा जगमग थारे आव्या अंबे मा.
Music, they say, has this healing quality. It brings you close to the God. You also dropped another album titled Songs of Faith, which has 5 songs. Has that ever happened to you while composing a song or a music that you felt closest to the Almighty?
Always, all these songs. In fact, it started with Namo Namo Shankara from Kedarnath. It all started from there. That song when I created, and while we were making it, me, Amitabh Bhattacharya, and Abhishek Kapoor, while we were creating it, we kind of felt that divinity, very strong divine factor, and we thought, "Oh, this is beautiful," and that kind of also inspired me to go in this direction. Okay, how about an album that has got this pure, divine, spiritual feel to it?
You have this very close working equation with Anurag Kashyap. It's almost like the one Mani Ratnam has with A.R. Rahman, where they say A.R. Rahman keeps his best for money. Is that something you can relate to when it comes to working with Anurag Kashyap?
With him, yes. With him, he was the one who gave me my first break in cinema, in films, and same was the case with A.R. sir, with Mani Ratnam sir. So once you enter in an unknown territory, Bollywood, Hindi films was an unknown territory for me. It was an alien world for me, and I entered with the help of this person who had put so much trust and faith in me and my music. So much trust and faith that I was experimenting left, right, and center. And this next film that we are working on, it's a twin love story. I don't know the name yet. I can vouch it. It's again after Manmardiya. It's again my best work coming out.
You're freezing in my view.
Yeah. So let's do the interview in the other room, and
Sure.
we shall talk there.
Sure.
ओ सोनी सोनी सी मोहब्बत ने करया है तंग हाय कुड़ी तेरी सोहबत ने करया है तंग रंगी फिल्म जैसे दिखते हैं रंग भंगड़ा जी पावे है मेरी उमंग सतलुज में एक समंदर Nache.
You know, filmmakers often give a tribute to their favorite movie or to their favorite or to the filmmaker they admire. I want to ask you: are singers and music composers allowed to do that? Would you ever like to do a similar tribute to, say, A.R. Rahman by using anything from the album you admire most, Thiruda Thiruda?
Yeah, definitely. See, when I heard Thiruda Thiruda way back in 1994-5, since then I understood. Do not try these stunts at home. This is a master stroke, which only a genius brain can think of. And I was so mesmerized by that music. Oh my God, whoever thinks like this? Who is this person? And that time I was newly introduced to A.R. Rahman. So Roja had happened, and Thiruda had happened, and Kadalan had happened. And these three albums had kind of made me his diehard bhakt, which still I am. And since then, I have decided not to do anything like this, not trying these kind of stunts, or not playing tribute also, because I can't do it. There are times it happened when I am creating some song and creating music, and it ended up sounding like him. I'm like, oh God, this very much sounds like A.R. sir. I try to change it.
And now here is Abhay Chopra, the grandson of legendary film producer B.R. Chopra, on the short film that he had made with Ranbir Kapoor even before he started his career. Again with my colleague Vishal Chatkara.
Abhay, your short film Karma, starring Ranbir Kapoor and Sharat Saxena, which was also nominated at the Student Oscar, that's given by the Academy of Motion Picture Art and Sciences. The film is about the capital punishment in India. We, of course, recently saw the film on the YouTube channel of Bandra Film Festival. How come we all discovered the film 17 years later?
Well, there was no reason behind that, to be honest. This was a film I made as my final thesis film for college in New York. It was never made for being distributed or shown theatrically or anything. It was just a student film. So yeah, and then it was just a friend of mine who had something to do with the Bandra Film Festival said that, she had seen the film back when it had first come out. And she said that, it's such a nice film, why don't we ever show it? And I said, yeah, why not? With Ranbir the other day, and he was like, people have been messaging him also. So, I mean, it's nice to at least get some love, even if it's 17 years later.
Ranbir Kapoor was a part of the film before he made his big screen debut with Sawariya. While directing him, did you know my friend going to be the next superstar of Bollywood?
We studied for 3 years. He studied for 3 years before he left, and he came back and he was started working on Sawariya and stuff. So I mean, I think knowing, and we've grown up together, I've always seen that passion in terms of making movies and wanting to do this thing. And of course, when I worked with him, I over the course of my school life also, I'd done 1 or 2 smaller films with him, which were like in-class projects and stuff like that we always did. So I always knew you always seen that, that inbuilt actor in him. But I mean, one thing about him is he still, he puts in the effort. Even back then when it was a student film, we used to sit and we used to discuss the script, and, so it was, I mean, for us, I think both of us at that time, it was as close to making a real film as possible. So I really think, you could see it back then, he has the genes for sure, but I think he also adds that up with a lot of hard work.
In the end credits of the film, when the assistant director's name came, we see Arjun Fubu Kapoor. Please tell us about this AD and this nickname.
His Fubu is his nickname that came from actually. So when he was much younger, of course, we all know now Arjun is very overweight and he's lost a lot of weight. But he used to be overweight and used to wear these clothes made by this a designer called Fubu. So it was just something that all us friends started picking up on, and we just kept saying, start calling him. So till date, I still call him Fubu. On my phone, his name is still as Fubu. We were friends, and I said I was making a student film. He wanted to be a part of it. We were kids also making it. So it was like, yeah, one more person comes, join the gang, why not?
And we we come to the end of this show. Please remember to watch the movie I suggested to you, Kafarnaum, the Lebanese film. And please do remember to get yourself vaccinated. Sponsor the vaccination of your staff, your drivers, your helpers, everybody that you can. Remember that we are all connected. We are all a brick in the big wall now. Da, 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 da. Remember that song. Anyway, so take care of yourself and be safe. Carpe diem. Till we meet again. Goodbye.